I'm Ken Ruggiero, the co-founder and CEO of Goal Beyond. Today we're going to talk about they'll talk about whatever they're talking about. I'll talk about what I'm going to share with you. So we're going to talk about how credit restricts access to education and ways that we think we can solve and catalyze the change that's necessary to solve that. I'd like to think that at the end of my little 7-minute segment, we can agree upon 3 things. One, all adults, especially ones with families, should earn a living wage. Second, there are millions of jobs that are unfilled right now. And third, no adult should be restricted access to learning because of their credit score. I know. I got some time with you on number 3, but that's what I think you'll see as you understand the dynamic that's at play and the need for skilled labor in the U.S. As we can see on the current slide, there are a lot of jobs that are available, and the demand is only increasing. There are 8 million adults 8 million jobs that are currently available, and 6 million adults are unemployed or underemployed. So we clearly have a mismatch in skills relative to the demand coming from the labor market. So of that population of adults, we have 44 million who have tried to get through college and failed. So we don't have a failure to launch, we have a failure to finish an education journey. And when you look at the reasons that occurs, the number one reason in 50% of the cases is the student ran out of money. Now there's a lot of other reasons that we can solve, but the money one continues to either stop the entry or prevent the completion of a learner's journey into the workforce. The research has been done on how increasing your education will improve, enhance, and continue your economic mobility. And when we look at the sample of jobs that are available after a learner's journey, we can see it's very tangible that the prize is worth the investment. Right now in the cybersecurity space, these great salaries are met with high demand, 30% increase in this field of study this year, and it's expected to be next year. The durable trades like HVAC or installation of air conditioning systems, not only is it a great starting salary, but through additional certifications, there's only more income to be earned as that technician becomes certified. And lastly, of course, nursing. There's been a lot of upward pressure on salaries. Even with that, we cannot draw enough nurses into the profession to meet the shortage that exists in the country today. So we have a lot of people who want to upskill themselves. We have a lot of well-paying jobs coming out the other side, and there's not enough money in connecting the learner to the payment for the journey. Now, money is clearly a problem in paying for school and your education. And yes, it's the number one. But we know that most families in America today, over 50%, can't afford an unexpected $500 expense. So looking at a $5,000 or $10,000 or $15,000 investment in a college career or a skills training career is daunting. And on top of that, banks do not like to lend to people who have less than a 680 credit score. And our research shows that 80% of the students looking to attend an education program have less than a 680 credit score. So when you look at opening up access to education, we need to look at opening up access to credit. And that's what Goal Beyond plans to do. We plan to open up access to credit by launching a $50 million investment fund that will be focused on students who have achieved application success into a training program and are going to a good program. We don't launch this without a lot of guardrails and controls. The first thing we will do and continue to do is to make sure the schools and programs are providing the right outcomes for the students. That includes the curriculum as well as the job placement and the starting income. And second, we want to make sure that the other 50% of reasons students fail is covered as well. So at no cost to the student, wraparound services will be provided. We focus the wraparound services in the 3 areas all students struggle in. The first is financial wellness, so we teach them how to budget, time manage. Second, academic success and progress. Are you on the right path? Are you spending the right time? Are you getting the right credit hours and certifications? Lastly, career readiness. We teach them the unwritten rules of the workplace. How do you prepare for difficult conversations, goal settings? All of these skills marry the journey they're doing through their education with the journey they need to be successful in the workforce. After $50 million have been deployed into these journeys, we believe 5,000 students will end up in well-paying jobs, and over the 5 years post-graduation, we will increase their income by $1 billion. So when you think about going on a journey like this, it's critical to understand who are the people we are trying to help, and what is the impact on taking them from subprime to sublime. Well, our research shows, yet again, that their income in the first year of completion will increase by 78%. At the same time, we'll be increasing their credit score. As you know, increasing your credit score opens up access to both credit and the cost of credit being cheaper. And lastly, with the support we teach them in their durable skills area, they'll have career fulfillment. So business tends to be personal, especially in situations like this. So we think about who we run into and who this might apply to, and we see these people in our community all the time. If you've ever gotten your blood taken, very often the person doing that wants to be involved in better paying jobs in the hospital, whether that's a CNA, an LNA, or a registered nurse. If you've ever had your air conditioning repaired, the person carrying in the equipment very often wants to get certified so they can increase their income. And for those of you who've had your help desk technician come and fix your computer, those people know that they're just about 6 to 9 months away from going from an hourly job to a salary job. So lastly, in order to create real lasting change, you need to improve an adult's income and their credit score. When you do those 2 things, you improve their durable economic mobility and their opportunity to advance their family wealth and their generational wealth. Thank you very much.